Man, just hearing that song gives me goosebumps still. Hey everybody. It was about time I did this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my ode to joy to Dawngate. So, right off the bat, this video is not going to be me crying or me man tears everywhere. It's not going to be that kind of video. It is going to be me kind of talking about the history of Dawngate, me saying goodbye the best way I know how, and talking about the future, talking about the past, and talking about everything that was from a year ago. So, right off the bat, I just gotta show you guys something. Just gotta show you guys something. Here we go. Let's go to desktop. Obviously not this. So a year ago, Waystone Pluto sent me this, and a year ago, I pretty much made up my mind. I just started streaming, and Waystone Pluto sent me these keys, and this was the start of our friendship, our hate, but also our friendship. So it it's been a wild ride, guys. It has. It's been a wild ride. So going back down to the scene. No, not the scene. I lied. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my goodbye. My goodbye to Donkey. I even put on the shirt for it. I even put on the shirt for it. So, um, it's weird. It's weird. I thought being at my age now, and it's funny, older people will know what I'm talking about, and younger people will be like, "What?" Um, you always think that you have your life figured out, or at least a part of it. You know what you're gonna do tomorrow and the next day. You have a rough idea. Some people are spontaneous. I get that, but usually if you have your stuff together, you know what you're gonna do. Me, I had a vague idea. I had a vague idea what I was gonna do, but I'm kind of those guys that live by the seat of his pants. I'll never forget it. It was December 23rd. It was 2 days before Christmas, and I was sitting up in my house up in Maine, and my parents kind of sat me down. They're like, "What do you want to do with your life? Because we can tell you're miserable at home. We can tell you're miserable. We can tell that you're doing well in college, but you just don't have any heart in it. What do you want to do?" And I sat there, and I'm like, I have no clue. Um, I had been in talks in December of last year with a stunt choreography team, a stunt actor and a stunt woman who's pretty famous, and they're like, hey, we love your attitude, we love who you are, we like your body, and you should come out and train with us, and we'll get you a job. And that's where my life was going. That's what I was about to do with my life. And suddenly, this guy named Pluto and Andy came around the scene and was like, well, "You can, or you can stream our game." And at first, I streaming to me was something that I just was like, "What? What? I mean, it was a way to get my fellow guild members keys to this new MOBA by Dawngate, by EA rather, and called Dawngate, and it wasn't something that I really had any interest in for. It was just something to do on my spare time and just kind of recruit for my guild. And one way or another, Pluto and Andy kind of reached out to both of us, and we kind of did a symbiotic circle of like, hey, stream our game, we'll give you keys, and it'll be fun. So that was it. That started our crazy year-long relationship. And at looking back now, at that moment in history, I wouldn't have been like I would have if I could see myself, I could like slap face palm myself and then be like, oh no, run from Pluto, no, he's a ginger, the steal your soul. I tease. I wouldn't change anything in the world. So I'm just gonna give you guys a brief history of the Dawn Gate, at least from my point of view. Talk about what happened and just say my goodbyes, guys. Say my goodbyes, and yeah, yeah. So, on piggybacking on what I was talking about as far as starting what you're going to do with your life, and I was about to go to the stunt school. I was about to do stunt work, and Pluto reached out to me and said, "Hey, you should stream." And I was like, "You know what? I have a couple months. I have January, February, and March to pretty much do whatever I want as far as school goes. I'm kind of just coasting through school, and I'll stream on the side, just have fun with it, and see if anything comes out of it." And wow, 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 wow. I had a lot of 8 viewer days. Those 8 viewer days, though. I started streaming and I enjoyed it. I was kind of eccentric, you know me, and I just did it for fun. And something changed. Something changed to me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys when I say that school was not fun for me. It was an interesting thing because I like history and I like my degree, but I didn't have any love. I didn't have any joy into it. I was miserable, like I said. About my parents saw that, everybody saw that, and I felt stunt school was something that possibly could interest me. Little did I know that embarking on this adventure of a lifetime with Dawngate would lead to the possibilities that I'm doing now and streaming for full time as my job. um, it was weird. It was a weird time. It was a weird time in my life because my schoolwork started suffering. My body started suffering too. Streaming just kind of took over my life. And a lot of my parents were like, "What are you doing?" And my friends are like, "Dude, you need to stop streaming. You have like 2 viewers. You're not going anywhere. You're not being hashtag you famous." And I don't know. I don't know I don't know how to really explain it to you guys. I played Dawngate, and Dawngate kind of like spoke to me on a couple different levels. It spoke to me because of the community, number one. It spoke to me because the developers were my friends, and I was a kid again. I couldn't wait to get back from class. Skipped 1 or 2 classes wanting to see that developer Wednesday community catch-ups. It was like I was a part of something greater. Like I was on the team somehow, and it felt like I was a part of something bigger, something better than me. And it was weird. It was like kind of waking up in the morning for your Sunday cartoons, your Saturday cartoons, what have you. But it was just on a much grander scale. And being a part of that, as far as the streaming community goes, it was something that I wasn't ready for. It wasn't something I expected, and I'll never forget. I'll never forget my one of my first viewers. His name was Craigie. His name was Craigie, and he's like, "I'll watch you any day, Thor." And he came back the next day, and I got a couple more viewers and a couple more friends. Fleeming Fury. I mean, there's too many of you guys to count, but something started to change in me. Something started to change in me. I started understanding that this is what I was meant to do, at least in part. I started realizing that I was onto something. A lot of people have thanked me for streaming and stuff like that, but at the point in my life, you guys don't understand what kind of direction you guys gave me. You guys, for every thank you guys letter that you guys sent me, I wanted to give it back to you 100 times more. You guys gave me something to hold on to. You gave me something to look forward to. And waking up November 4th and realizing your whole plan just gone from you was gut wrenching. It was heart wrenching, and uh, yeah, and you guys saw the results of that on stream. But well, we won't talk about that. But my ode of joy, Dawngate. Dawngate's dead, guys. I hate it. I hate it, guys. I wish I could just flip a desk and just start raging and screaming and blaming Pluto. I should blame Pluto. But I want to talk about the good things. I want to talk about the good things. It's funny. I remember ditching class in March. It was sometime. I think it was like March 17th or something like that. I'm probably wrong about the date. And the new patch, the map patch hit. And I was like, what? The new map patch hit. And I remember going home and playing that game like for hours and hours and hours and streaming it. And it was just like coming home to a family, coming home to my friends. And I know I'll never have that again when it comes to Dawngate. There's a couple developers that I just want to thank right off the bat. Right off the bat, I'm going to start with Pluto and Andy. Pluto and Andy. Oh my gosh. So I'll get the ginger first. Pluto guys. Pluto is a good guy. He is. He is. We teased. We've wrestled. We've hit each other. We've punched each other. We've made fun of each other on stream. He's threatened to kill my mom. But you know what? It's all in good fun. Pluto and I are actually like best friends. So it's funny. Out of nowhere, when Pluto and I started messaging each other, an instant friendship kind of kindled, and he's been a good guy. He's been a good guy, and he's done a lot of things for the Dongay community that maybe hasn't been seen, and he's done a lot of hard work. He's done a lot of hard work, and I hate to see it go away from him. I do, but I know he's going to be successful in anything he does. He's a good guy, and he's got that winning personality about him. And even though he sucks people's souls, he's gonna be successful. So Pluto, thank you. Andy, oh my gosh, if there was anybody out there that took a chance on me and this weird guy called Thor, it would be Andy. I'll never forget it. It was early in the morning, and I had just turned on my stream. I was messing with my settings. I had no shirt on, and this guy goes, "Wow, you do look like Thor." And I'm like, "What? Who's this? Who's Waystone Games? I'm so noob. I don't know who. Where am I?" And next thing you know, I had like 40 people in my chat, which is huge because remember I only had like 1 or 2 people in my chat at the beginning. And Waystone Games like shouted me out, tweeted me, and next thing I know, I have 40 people in my chat. It was crazy. It was the beginning. It was nuts. It was crazy. And that feeling of being like wanted and being a part of something, Andy just kept reciprocating that, and he always built me up. He was always there for me, guys. And Andy, as far as community manager goes, he's something that I want to try to be like one day. I knew being a part of the community is what my calling is, and I want to be a community manager because of Andy. Andy inspired me to be wanting to be something more than just a bum in college just getting by. He had faith in me. He trusted me, believed in me. He found something that he thought was worthwhile, and he always supported me. And so to Andy, I want to say thank you, my friend. Andy, Andy's a good guy, guys. Just there's so many funny times just Andy hanging out with him. That I just brings a smile to my face every time I think of him. So Zalgus, Hunter Howell, the man, the myth, the legend. He was on my stream. Actually a year ago, December I think 17th. I was playing a zombie game called Zombie Infestation. It's kind of like War Z, and Zalgus popped in for the first time ever. He's like, "Hey, I work for Waystone. I saw your stream and I just wanted to say hi." And I'll never forget it. I made a character named Zalgus. He was a chick, and I played the game. And Zalgus for about 4 hours. It was like 3 in the morning. He just watched me the whole entire time and just talked back and forth with me, answered questions in chat. I had like maybe 10 viewers, and I'll just never forget it that a developer wanted to spend so much time with me and interacting with the few viewers that I had, and just kind of getting to know me on a personal level. And I'll never forget it. Zalgus is a good guy, and I hate to see him go, and I know his creative mind is going to be appreciated somewhere else. But Zalgus, you're a good guy, and I hate to see you go. And man, I look forward to seeing what comes out of you in the future, bud. Moving on, Eric. I know this is going to sound lame, guys, but I have to do these thank yous because thanking Dawngate is thanking the developers behind it. Eric, man. I know I've said thank you more times to you than I care to admit, but you're a good guy. You've always been there for me. You're always there when I need to talk. And Eric, thank you so much, dude. You made Noe and I feel welcome at Germany, and you always put a smile on my face. When I think of that goofy smile that you got, I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's Eric. There's Itchy Tasty, and his son is so cute. I mean, it's almost disgusting how cute that kid is. Like I look at my Facebook feed, and it's just like, oh, look at me, I'm cute and Asian. Looks Asian, maybe. Oh, so cute. Oh, it's like a little bundle of joy. So, Eric, again, thank you for everything you did. Next to the Wizards, Lauren McKella, also known as Courageous Heart McKella. Oh my gosh, McKella. It's funny, going to PAX. I was kind of the loner. Going to PAX East, I was scared. I didn't know anybody. I was like, I just didn't know anybody. I was kind of, MMO champion, MOBA champion had like their crew, and everybody was kind of like knew each other or knew somebody on the team, and I knew Pluto. But as far as I went, I was kind of alone. I didn't really know anybody, and Lauren had this biggest smile when she met me, and when I met Gassy and Ian, for that matter too. And I sat down and started talking with her, and she just blew my mind. Like hearing her talk was like listening to Einstein. Hearing her talk about coding and all that kind of good stuff, it's just blew my mind. She had so much passion about the game, and she legitimately, guys, she was like the backbone of that engine, and she did amazing stuff. And I know you guys know that, but Kenzie Old, come on, and it broke my heart seeing how McKella was on stream for the farewell stream. It was something. It was something. I know she'll find that passion in another game that she makes. And it's just sad to see her go because she's such a good person. And I'm glad that I have friends with Ian and Gasty and all those guys, all the Hetu clan, as I like to call them, as everybody likes to call them. And they're good people. Good people. Gasty, Ian, you guys are amazing. You guys are great. You guys always put a smile on my face, and hanging out with you guys, I just got this big goofy grin. Raid leader, please. And Waystone Gasty. Base. You guys are great. You guys are great people. And it makes me sad that I live so far away from you guys because I wish I could just hang out around the living room and play some Mario Kart with you guys because you guys are great, and it makes me sad playing Merlin. Merlin? Is that what it was called? No, Avalon. There it is. Playing Avalon with you guys is some of the best times ever. Speaking of Avalon, I'll never forget that when Zalgus got drunk with us when we were playing Avalon, guys. It was absolutely fantastic. Great. Moving on. Dibs, dude. You were so Dibs. Dibs is an interesting character. Dibs and I, we never really we obviously like were cordial to each other, but like Dibs and I, like I respected Dibs so much, and he's like a bundle of happiness, like in his own little corner, and he's like a genius, and I want to be like, hi Dibs, but he's so small, I don't want to hurt him, and you just like it's like something behind a cage or something or a mirror, and I want to be like, hey Dibs, how you doing? And I'm afraid like if I shout, he'll like run off and leave me, and I'll cry, but he's a good guy, and we bonded at Germany, and you know what? It makes me sad that I'll never see a character by you again. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll make something amazing that I'll get to play. But Dibs, you're a good guy, and I appreciate you reaching out to me at Gamescom and hanging out with me and all that jazz, dude. So moving on to the audio department, Sparkly and Neko. Neko, bud, I appreciate all the times you're always hanging out in my chat. You were just in my chat like a couple days ago, and Neko, dude, you're so real. Like, you're so real. No, when it comes to people, a lot of people like smoosh a little over it. Some people kind of big talk or say things that people want to hear. Neko tells you what you want to hear, and he tells the truth. And he's just a good guy. I mean, I'll say this about all of the Waystone employees. They're good people, but it just blew my mind. It was funny because the hotel at PAX actually lost our credentials, and Neko has family in the East, and Neko was the only one kind of around to pick up the phone. And Neko was like, "Hey, do you need to use my credit card? I'll put it on my credit card for the hotel bill. I don't mind that." And the fact that he like ante up his own credit card just says speaks wonders about his character. Number one, and number two, uh, piggybacking on everything you guys seen about him, he's just a good, naturally good person, and I'm really stoked to see what he comes out in the future when it comes to games, because he's a genius in his field, and I'm looking forward to it, buddy. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for always hanging out in my chat and interacting with my viewers and always taking questions. And man, it sucks. It sucks that we never got to hang out at the Waystone and let me see your cave. So, moving on, Sparkly. Ah, the Sparkly Starburst, the Sparkly hype. Sparkly. I don't even know where to start with you guys. About a month and a half in, about 2 months into streaming, I sat down and I was like, what am I going to do with my life? I really enjoy what I'm doing, but this boot camp is like kind of coming up, and do I stay what I'm doing and take this risk, or do I go and do stunt school? And Sparkly Starburst, I don't know if people know, has like a lot of credentials. She's done like movies and stuff like that, and she's been in the movie industry before. And I talked to Sparkly, and she kind of sat down with me and had a heart to heart with me, and was like, "Hey, listen, you know, I think you're an amazing streamer. You're really good for the community, and I think if you found something that you love to do, stick with it. I know more than anybody about the industry, and it's like really cutthroat. And you seem like too nice of a guy to get anywhere." And she didn't say it like that. She said it like a lot nicer, and she just said maybe think about your choices a little bit more. But it was really that conversation and a couple more that made me want to be a streamer and made me realize what I have here at the Waystone and Dawngate and streaming community that just I would never want to give away for everything in the world. So Sparkly, thank you, thank you, Sparkly. You're always there to cheer me up after a bad day. Sparkly, you always make me laugh. You're always there to wreck people on your Amy and your Zara and you're always hanging out with us, and you're always jumping the stream a little bit, and you're always smiling. You have such a big heart on you. For such a small person, you have such a big heart. I don't know why I said that with a lisp, but you have such a big heart, and I look forward to seeing great things just like from Neko out of you, and I'm so excited about your future because I know you're gonna make amazing music, and I'm so glad to find a friend like you, Sparkly. So you're the best around. Moving on, we got Pat Scott. Pat first. Pat Buddy VGFX. Also known as the Pat Attack. Noe and I were talking about the other day, Pat, and I was like, "You mean Pat Attack?" And Pat, you're such a good guy, dude. A talented artist, crazy, crazy, crazy talented artist, and and you have such a good heart in your chest, man. And sometimes people like you and me, where we wear it on our sleeve, we get hurt a lot, but that just makes us better people in general. And Pat, you're a good guy. You're a good guy, Pat, and you're talented, and you're gonna land on your feet someday. And I'm so glad you got another job. And they're lucky to have you, dude. They're lucky to have you. Seeing all the characters that you made in the Dawngate, dude. I go back and I'm just like, man, it just looks so good. It looks so good, and it makes me upset because Dawngate was kind of your baby when it came to the artwork, and I understand. I understand the kind of hurt and pain that you had felt, dude. But my friend, it sucks. But we're gonna be friends for life. So Pat, I don't even know why I'm making this video thanking you because we're gonna be broskies. So we're gonna share a brew and hang out when we finally do. So I love you, Pat. You know that we'll be best friends for life, my friend. And thank you again for welcoming me at Germany. You are like a good friend to Noe too, and that means a lot to me, obviously. And you're just a great guy, dude. Keep that chin up, dude. Keep that chin up because good things are gonna be happening to you. So. Next we got Scott. We got Scott Swole, the Swole brothers. So if you guys know Scott Cyril SC, Scott's a good guy. Scott's a great guy. I know I say that about everybody on the stream, but I'll never forget it. I was walking down the stairs, then I went to the elevator at PAX, and I kind of went out to the lobby, and there's this guy with this really nice hair sitting at a desk, and everybody was kind of like spread out, and he looked at me and he's like, "Thor?" And I'm like, "I don't know you." And he's like, "Hey, buddy." And so I gave him a big hug, and I sat down and started talking with him, and I was like, this guy's a lot smarter than me. So when you go to the big events and stuff like that, there's usually a guy behind the scenes running things, and that was Scott. Scott was a genius, and I completely got my mind blown for him doing all the stuff behind the scenes. But what really got me was how mature he was, and I don't know. The fact that he wanted to do pull-ups off everything is makes him a man after my own heart because pull-ups are my worst. But I can respect that, and I'm a fan of the pump. So Scott, you're awesome, dude. You're awesome, dude. And it just I don't know, man. It makes me sad that we weren't going to be able to share a couple brewskis and hang out and work out together. But hopefully in the future that'll happen, dude. Whatever you got planned for you, man. I hope you uh, do. I hope you are successful because I know you will be. I know you will be successful because you got a good head on your shoulders. You're smart, you're witty, and you're not a bad looking chap at all. So keep working out, man. Keep that pump going, and hopefully you can bench more than me one day. Hopefully, we'll see though. All right, all right. Our last but not certainly not least, and to the other Donkey developers out there, I'll say something again, but I do want to hit Dave for a second. Not hit him as in physically hit him, but I do want to talk about Dave. Dave Sarah, Dave, the Paradox guy. Um, Dave. So when I first met Dave, I instantly liked him. Like instantly. Like he stepped through the door, I was like, bam, I like him. It was like catnip for people. It was strange. He was like this little ball of energy that was really excited. And he was really passionate about Dawngate, and I got to talk to him. And he's like he talked faster than me, and I respect that because as me, I like talk very very fast. I talk like I wave my hands around, and I'm loud and obnoxious. But Dave was kind of like that, except in a lot smaller package, and a lot more etiquette. Than me. And he's just a great guy. There's really nothing to say about Dave that you guys don't already know, but he did so much for you guys behind the scenes as well. And I'll never forget the time that I walked in on it. Like interrupting somebody during an interview, like a press interview, is really really bad. You just don't do it. Take it from me. Don't do it. Dave was in the middle of an interview, a sit-down interview with somebody, and I just kind of sat down and I was like, "Hey, Dave," and Dave is like, I'm in the middle of an interview, but I'm glad you stopped by because I just want to say how much we love our streamers and our community. And so I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later. I'm like, I gotta go. But I'll never forget that. And that I'll treasure that memory with me forever. I'll treasure that memory with me forever. And so Dave, man, good luck with everything you do, my friend. If there's anything you ever need out of me, you know, always be there for me, my friend. You always treated me like a friend and a compadre, and I can't thank you enough. By the way, Pluto, that Alienware box though. Somewhere out there's a random Alienware box. Um, Moving on, I do want to say a couple things about some of the developers that weren't really talked about a lot. People behind the scenes, DLS, bringing a few of the names, and Moby, the new QA testers, Dark, Trevor, Sam London. There's just so many of you guys that I just can't just like, spew out right now. But there's so many of you developers out there that worked at Waystone that really didn't get like the credit and the limelight that you guys deserved. And now that you guys are shutting down, that'll never happen, and that sucks. It sucks. I want to like flip a desk and tell everybody, look what they did. Look what they did. It was amazing. And everybody should love it and throw money at them. And it makes me sad. It makes me sad. So to you guys, the unsung heroes of the Dawn Gate, I lift my Thor mug to you. You guys are the best around. So that's actually pretty good. So guys, where does this lead? Where does this lead to Ode to Joy? This Ode to Joy. Dawn Gate's closing. It sucks. It sucks. I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, guys. For the first time in my life in the last year, I actually know what I want to do with my life. I want to be a community manager / streamer. For you guys, I want to I want to be there for you guys. You guys have done everything for me that you guys have said. Like you guys have been like, hey, thank you, Thor. But honestly, guys, it just goes back to you. I love you guys. This past this past year has been the best time of my life. It's been a time of knowing who I am. You can spend your whole entire life not knowing who you are, and being able to realize it in a year has been a gift that I can't give back to you guys. I'll try. I'll do my damnedest to give back my gratitude, but I'll try. Um, Guys, Dawngate was a home. It was a place to love, place to learn, place to live, place to love. But it's over now, and it just makes me sad. It makes me super sad, and I'm not gonna cry. Not gonna cry. Manly tears. I do want to give a little shout out to Graffiti's guys, dude. I got your Reddit post, man. You got your Reddit post, and that hit me right in the feels, dude. Hit me right in the feels. I might have had big manly Armstrong tears, Renzo tears, man, mind you, just going down my face. I've gotten to have so many great friendships throughout this year. So many great friendships, so many laughs, so many just I don't know, just so many experiences. And I don't know. I'll never be able to. I'm sad that it's not going to be happening. Waking up in the morning and having your whole plans ripped out from you is jaw dropping. It's heart wrenching. But I'll know that I'll never be able to lose these memories that I had with you guys. I'll never be able to. They'll never be able to take away the Dawngate shirt that I have. Pretty sure EA can't do that. Can EA do that? Pretty sure they would if they could. I tease. I tease. I tease. I tease. But that being said, guys, moving forward, I love all you guys. I do. I'll always be there for you guys. You guys know that. You guys know that. You guys know that. Yeah. So, one more time. Is this the last time, guys? Is this the last time? It is the last time. So, I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for being there. I stream for a team called Waystone. They are a passionate group of developers out there. They're making a MOBA called Dawngate. You should really give it a try. Scroll down and hit my link if you want. And if you have any questions about the game, feel free to ask. Feel free to introduce yourself in chat. Man, I've said that so many times this past year. It's ingrained in my head. And I listened to Brad say it. I can say his line too. I'm community assistant manager Brad Pluto Ramey. But in all seriousness, guys, you guys are the best. We made something glorious here, something great, something amazing, and they can't take that away from us. They can't. They won't. They can't. They're not able to. So, to all you guys out there, this one's to Dawngate. You guys made this year amazing. You taught me what it means to find myself and what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And for that, I can never thank you guys enough. So, for the future, we're going to be all right, guys. We're going to be all right. We'll find something. But I'll always be here for you guys, no matter what. So, take care, everybody. Dawngate, again, thank you for everybody that made the community great. Thank you for Waystone, guys. You rock. Take care, everybody. Goodbye. Wait. Sam, play me my outro. Wait. Oh no, I didn't have the Dawngate theme. Do 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 do. Yeah, there's Petra's punching. Do do do. Shit, I was supposed to play the Dawngate theme. Oh, this is super awkward. Yeah. Oh man, take care, everybody.